The KD files Kevin Durant. The Bruce drop him off of the NBA.
All-Star Sunday, February
He's still tough
15th,
though.
where the best basketball players in the
How
world,
best scorer of
almost
all
all of them,
time?
is
No, the
walking
best
into
scorer of all
LA
time,
for this
actually.
showcase. And it's no different
myself.
for Kevin Durant, who's done this 14 times. He's number 6 on the all-time scoring list. This guy lives and breathes hoops, okay? Literally practicing a shooting form in the club. But it's weird, because before the All-Star game, instead of warming up, shooting his basketball, he was checking his phone. Matter of fact, he was staring at his phone, walking into the arena, coming out of warm-ups, even during layup lines. And nobody was really thinking much of it until NBA Twitter started releasing the KD files. Allegations of Kevin Durant using a burner account talking about his former...
I don't know if y'all niggas know. I don't know if I'm just different from y'all niggas. But we all know KD has a burner, right? We been known this. And if honestly, I don't know why y'all niggas are surprised he's even talking shit. To be honest, if you have a burner, you gonna express your feelings. Tay too smooth. Bruce drop him off. You know what I'm saying? Now Kevin Durant. If you have a burner, if you just have a burner in Twitter, you're talking shit about damn near everyone. I'm just saying, any nigga with a burner in Twitter, on Twitter, if you know a nigga that has a burner on Twitter, he's talking shit about you 9 times out of 10. I don't know why y'all niggas are surprised. This shit is obvious. This is common. Y'all should know this. Y'all would like. I don't understand y'all. I really don't. This is common sense.
Allegations of Kevin Durant using a burner account talking about his former and current teammates were circulating online. And if everything in these screenshots was true, this would definitely ruin his image. And with Bill Simmons and Skip Bayless addressing these leaks, I think it's time for me to come in and do some detective work. I'm gonna prove to you guys that these screenshots are actually real. And because I think it's fair, at the end of the video, I will be playing devil's advocate. Because there's a real case that none of this is real at all. So if you don't know what the KD files are, all right, in other words, you actually have a job, you have a life, it's real at all. So if you don't know what the KD
Twin, charge your phone. 3%.
files are, all right? In other words, you
This
actually
nigga
have a
was
job.
doing hard
They basically
research.
start from this tweet right here, where Cade Cunningham was talking about the All-Star format. This guy quote tweets, "Adam Silver be overdoing it. Sometimes you don't mess with tradition." Complaining about the All-Star format this year, okay? And then this guy, Pranav, he quote tweets with, "Y'all remember he changed the design of every major trophy there was for zero reason at all," okay? Talking about the Larry O'Brien trophy. And of course, if you put out anything about the NBA on Twitter, you gotta check in with Kevin Durant. Y'all gotta check in with Big Bro. Okay, this guy's the leader of NBA Twitter. He says, "Damn, y'all even hate the trophies?" And Pranav, the original quote tweeter, hits him with an all-time blitz. Not as much as I hate your drone investments. All right, now for context, back in 2020, it was reported that Durant invested in a company named Skydio, which is a drone company facing scrutiny after selling its technology to the Israeli military during its military occupation in Gaza. So this is really the press of the year, okay? KD's back against the wall. He just does not address the response, okay? So he says, "So you hate the trophies? My God, you guys are just miserable." Okay, basically prime Floyd Mayweather, okay? And so Pranav responds, "Not the only thing I mentioned I hate." KD again deflects, "Why do you hate the trophy so much?" And this next response is the final dagger. This is a Kevin Harlan good, a Mike Breen bang. All right, he says, "They look cheap and uncreative." There, I answer your question. Will you answer my question about Skydio, a drone company you invested in selling to the IDF, or will you stick by your brand of deflecting and ducking? After this tweet was posted by Pranav, this officially set off the KD files. Because this guy right here, at BaseFrog23, responds to Pranav's tweet by saying, "Do you believe KDF," or they call him KDF, "will address the burner of his at GetHigher77, basically accusing Kevin Durant of
Okay, I'm curious. How did this BaseFrog23 dude know? Who is this?
Address the burner of his at GetHigher77.
And how does he have those
accusing
screenshots?
Kevin Durant of having this burner right here, "Get Off My Dicker Son," which is now protected, private. He basically exposes his supposed burner because he's angry at his political affiliation. And this is when it gets wild, okay? We get into some screenshots where it really sounds like Kevin Durant. First screenshot, Kevin Durant, "Coach called that play to pass to Alpi," okay? Referring to Alperen Sengun. "I'm gonna turn the ball over with this ass team. Your franchise player can't shoot or defend. That's a way bigger issue than my turnovers. Remember, these guys are your..."
Now, to be honest, I don't watch many Rocket games. I never did. I like Jamal Crawford though. Ain't he like a rookie or second year or something? I like him. He's tough. I like Amen Thompson. Defensive athlete. I don't like Sengun. I don't like that dude. I ain't gonna hold you. Niggas be comparing him to Sabonis. That nigga is not Sabonis. That nigga is not no mini Sabonis. That nigga is trash. That nigga is not good. I don't see nothing wrong with this so far.
Future. Okay,
Honestly,
basically
nigga
shitting on
shit.
Alpi. And this is interesting because 6 days ago, Zach Lowe, NBA reporter, actually said that Kevin Durant's body language could hurt Rockets' chemistry. Young players revere him and are somewhat intimidated by him. Coincidentally, 9 days ago, Kevin Durant was not happy with Şengün's pick and roll defense. Okay, you could see that he's frustrated right here at the end after the basket goes in. But let's keep moving along. Okay, second screenshot. I can't trust Jabari to make a shot or get a stop.
He's 2 for 2. I don't see nothing wrong with this. I honestly, if anything, I'm agreeing with Kevin Durant. I don't see nothing wrong with what Kevin Durant said. That nigga Jabari Smith is shit. That nigga's ass. Have you seen that nigga play? How is he in the NBA? That nigga is no, bro. No, don't. Let me tell you right now. Never in your life, never in your fucking life, put any money on Jabari Smith unless it's going lower. Don't ever put higher in Jabari Smith in your life. You gonna lose money. I promise you that. That nigga is ass. Dead ass. I don't see nothing wrong with what Kevin Durant said.
Response, just don't give him a tech free throw, to be honest. Kevin Durant says he's low-key
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie, this might be the worst one because Jabari Smith's literal idol growing up was Kevin Durant. That was my favorite player growing up. I wanted to be him, emulate him, and do what he does on the court.
Shit. Your favorite player calling you retarded? That look got me ass.
I don't even know what to say. Not only is this nuts because they're currently teammates, but KD and Jabari actually worked out in the summer together. Maybe KD didn't think this back then, but then again, Jabari did mess this workout out with that shot right there. You can see the train. Look at KD in the background. He's probably drafting up a tweet right now. But there's more, okay? Another guy in the group chat says, pull the numbers for all those guards, and I bet it's similar all around, talking about some certain guards in the league. I wouldn't say Kai was competing with me, but that light skin and that triple-double cocaine bear.
Who is that? Oh.
This guy called Russ a triple-double cocaine bear. But Kevin Durant's basically referring to the fact that Kyrie Irving quit on him, okay? He wasn't competing with him while they were teammates, but Devin Booker and Russell Westbrook were. Another screenshot here talking about James Harden saying he
honestly
misses him slightly.
As long as he didn't say nothing about my girl, we're good. You can't talk shit about Devin Booker. That was Devin Booker's team. I don't care. I don't care. He carried the shit out of Katie. I don't care what y'all say. Cry about it. That's the best Suns player ever, the best shooting guard in the league right now, as we're talking. He's in his prime. Yes. Better than Donovan Mitchell and James Harden.
Booker and Russell Westbrook were. Another screenshot here talking about James Harden saying he misses him. Slightly delusional, but I understand him. When Kawhi Leonard withdrew for Team USA during the Paris Olympics, Katie allegedly says this, okay, revealing what Kawhi sent into the team group chat. Like I said, I want to preface this by saying a lot of these can be AI edited, or it could be somebody impersonating Kevin Durant. Okay, we'll get into the proof later on in this video. But again, allegedly, Katie says Kyrie thought the white European was going to play honorable hoops, okay, referring to Luka Doncic when Kyrie and Luka were both together on the Mavs, all right, and Luka Doncic was not playing defense. This one to me is the funniest one, all right? He says, nah, that boy Kyrie really on his best behavior around the European, but treat his own people like we owe him something. And then a minute later, he says, you would have thought me and James...
Yo, this nigga dead reminds me of Bruce. Kevin Durant dead remind me of Bruce. Him and Bruce should really make a stream. I honestly see them getting along. Seriously. I don't agree, but I also don't disagree with a lot of he says. There's some parts I do agree, and there's some things I'm a little confused on. I don't think Kyrie gave up on y'all. I think that's just him transferring to his spiritual self, so he wasn't locked in, I guess, or whatever. But he'll still average 20 some and play a couple minutes. Like, that nigga's still tough. I don't care. And the fact he didn't say shit about Harden, because he know Harden tough. Even though that nigga loves eating honey buns, he still fuck with Harden.
People like we owe him something. And then a minute later, he says, you would have thought me and James in that cereal.
Like...
In this next group chat, he's ranting about his own team with his fan account. KD Prime says, KD, you're not shooting like that too often, man. That was just fluke. All those shots missing. KD says, I don't know how to approach a game with these guys.
Wait, is he talking to fans? Don't tell me he's talking to fans. Kevin Durant, please don't tell me you're talking to fans. Please tell me you know these niggas in real life, personally. Some college friends, high school friends, something. Don't tell me these are fans. KD Prime. Don't tell me, cause that's what's really gonna fuck it up a lot.
Fluke,
If
all
you
those
telling
shots
fans
missing.
this-
KD says, I don't know how to approach a game with these guys. Ranting about his team with KD Prime. Then he talks about holding Steph accountable in film when he was in Golden State. All right, I don't know who he's referring to here. I'm guessing it's Draymond or maybe like Iguodala. He's up at 2 in the morning saying that he misses Ben Simmons. It's funny because there's a 3-minute gap between these messages, okay? You have to think about it for 3 minutes. Then there's this account owned by Suns. He sends in the group chat, life with Devin Booker and Vogel. And KD responds, 2 dictators, Stalin and Hitler.
What? Nigga, I'm learning about the dictators right now at school. Stalin and Hitler. He just compared them to the Suns? Why are you talking about my team, nigga, you ass? We lost because of you, Kevin Durant. We lost the playoffs because of you, because you don't know how to stop. You don't know how to score against Jaden fucking McDaniels, or whatever that dude's name from Minnesota. The wannabe Kawhi, the other quiet dude. You don't know how to score. You don't know how to score on Anthony fucking Edwards. You sold us. You sold out. We should have been traded your ass. I don't even know why you were on my team to begin with. Kevin Durant. I fuck with you though, but when you were in the Suns, I disliked you a lot. You and Bradley Beal. Trust me. I hated Bradley Beal, but I also disliked you a lot. I really did.
Mussolini and Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
What? The Suns are my team when we lose and Book's team wins.
Suns was never your team, Kevin Durant. I hope you know this. Kevin Durant. Are you listening, Mr. 35? Listen. Suns was never your team. When they win, it was Buck's team. When they lost, it was Buck's team. Before you joined, it was Buck's team. After you left, it was Buck's team. While you was in the team, it was Buck's team. That nigga carried the shit out of you. Facts. Don't ever say some shit.
When we win. This guy just compared Frank Vogel to Kim Jong-un. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw this one, I was like, no,
Frank
this
Vogel
has to be
was
fake.
ass
There's
coach,
no way
though. I'm
KD
not
talks
gonna
like
lie.
this. This has to be
Is
some
he still
loser on
coach?
NBA Twitter, okay? But there's more. With him referring to Frank
I don't
Vogel
know.
as
All
a
the Sun
dictator,
coaches
now he
are
starts
shit.
talking about his former head coaches. This is his first tweet talking about Steve Kerr referring to when Michael Jordan punched him when they were on the Bulls together. And he says, I really don't like this white man. This man don't respect my game at all. Okay, referring to Steve Kerr yet again. Furthermore, he questions the Nets front office. Okay, Ben Simmons is playing through depression. He ain't playing ball either. Why would we trade Kyrie for someone who hates basketball? Then he questions the discourse about how the media treats its superstars, talking about Jokic's
Honestly,
turnovers. It specifically refers to a situation in
don't see
Golden
what's
State talking
wrong.
about if you don't pass the ball to Steph, you're getting waived. And the last one I saw is him talking about Chris Paul, saying Chris Paul really ain't it, referring to his time on the Suns when him and Chris Paul briefly played together. This one's the most believable one to me. Okay, but while all of this was being released on
Get
Twitter,
higher,
while this was all
7-7.
happening, Kevin Durant was at All-Star Sunday. Rockets official Twitter account
Wait,
tweeting
I'm
pictures.
confused. So, he said all this before the All-Star game, or was this during the timeline of like all of this was in one day? No way. Before the All-Star, you know how many DMs you gotta write?
Of Kevin Durant walking into the arena on his phone, clearly busy with something. I don't know what he's typing there. This is legit. And even after changing into his warm-ups, he's still on his phone. Look at his face. The face of panic. All right? You can see the trembling in his eyes. Even in warm-ups, during layup lines, he's still on his phone. What is he doing on his phone? It's very suspicious behavior, and a lot of people are saying that his demeanor kind of looks off, or his body language doesn't look right. And what's even more strange is just the day before the Celebrity All-Star Game was happening, and NBA reporter Shams was playing in this game, okay, putting up an absolute stinker. And Kevin Durant actually live tweeted saying, "My goodness, have some respect, Shams." During the game, the very next day, he's doing this. Okay, so clearly there's something going on. And the thing that's really suspicious is with all of this footage of him on his phone, Kevin Durant has actually been silent since all of these screenshots have come out. He hasn't said a single word. He hasn't denied it any sort of way. He hasn't made any sort of statement. But then comes the All-Star game, okay? The All-Star introductions. I'm going to show you the footage, and you tell me whether or not you think Kevin Durant is guilty.
Kevin Durant.
I just don't know, man.
Yo, it's like
Well, again,
He
none of
did
this
it,
is
bro.
100% confirmed. Okay, all of this is allegedly Durant. Here's some
yo,
proof.
is my screen glitching, or why is he cooking ramen in the top left corner?
to why people believe this is legit. Okay, first of all, we gotta go all the way back to 2017 when Kevin Durant accidentally tweeted from his main account referring to himself in the third person, okay, talking about he didn't like Billy Donovan and that his roster wasn't that good, it was just him and Russ. Then saying, imagine taking Russ off that team, we see how bad they were, KD can't win a championship with those cats. Okay, he's on the wrong account, and he admitted to this at a press conference, okay, saying that it was childish and idiotic. So he has a history of using burner accounts, okay? Matter of fact, he's admitted to it himself.
Do you have burner accounts?
Yes.
Next, we have this tweet from Kevin Durant, okay, on September 2nd, 2021. This was around the time where the six god, Champagne Poppy, dropped his album CLB. And Kevin Durant, being supportive of his homie, tweeted out this owl referring to OVO, which is Drake's brand. However, there might be a deeper meaning to this photo, because on the burner account, Get Off My Dicker Son, the banner is the exact same owl. And this account joined Twitter on August 2021, just a month before Kevin Durant tweeted this. And now that I see it, it kind of looks like he captured a screenshot from an account banner on the mobile version of the app. So there's that link right there. Furthermore, an account by the name of Dean_1917 tweeted more life towards Kevin Durant's burner in 2022 on the exact same day as Kevin Durant's birthday. That same account then made this tweet when all the files were dropping yesterday. Another clue comes from a screenshot I showed you. That same account
can't believe this nigga never deleted that.
and then made this tweet when all the files were dropping yesterday. Another clue comes from a screenshot I showed you.
Are we avoiding the whole prompt right now? Fuck whatever KD said. Why is a white dude saying the N-word? Shouldn't we be all in his ass? Now I'm just confused. Ain't it Black History Month and y'all niggas are worried about Kevin Durant's burner? Y'all niggas are worried about Kevin Durant burner while this nigga just called Kevin Durant a nigga. What? See, and this is what I'm talking about. Y'all don't respect y'all month. I'm telling you, I be trying to help y'all out. I only get half the month, and half of my month is gone already. Now y'all get the other half. I only spend the first half.
He doesn't know how to approach a game with these guys, referring to his teammates. The first message from this group chat is from Eddie Gonzalez, right? He says, make a shot, damn. Well, Eddie Gonzalez is actually Kevin Durant's podcast partner, okay? This right here is Eddie Gonzalez, okay? He works with KD on the boardroom. He's like one of Kevin Durant's good friends, okay? And if he's in the same group chat, when KD is speaking about himself with I instead of he or they, that's interesting. Then we gotta go back to when he got injured with the Brooklyn Nets, okay? A fan responded to his burner, when are you back on the court? This was right in the middle of a long injury skid.
Niggas knew he was on that account. I'm confused.
And some fans even dug deeper, okay? Went back on the Wayback Machine, finding other Kevin Durant tweets where he's responding to guys that work with his company, 35 Ventures. This tweet right here where he talks about John Morant is his favorite player. All right, one of his buddies named Tony Parker responds, followed by Kevin Durant's main account. But out of all of this evidence, the most suspicious case to me is why hasn't Kevin Durant addressed this? This is an insane allegation, okay? I'm just showing you guys the tweets about basketball. There's also other screenshots where he, uses slurs and is joking about politics that would absolutely get him in trouble. And with him always being on Twitter, always interacting with fans, all of a sudden he's radio silent. The fact that he hasn't said anything since this tweet, it's been 2 days, all right? Everyone's talking about it. There's no way he doesn't see it. It's a really bad look for Kevin Durant, okay? And if we're just
realistically though, this nigga Kevin Durant probably looking at this shit and laughing. That nigga don't care. You think Kevin Durant cares? Kevin Durant, the nigga that hoops all day, the nigga that stay hooping, you think he cares? Realistically, I don't think that nigga gives a flying fuck. I don't think that nigga can find a fuck to give. If anything, if niggas ask him, I'm gonna expect him to say, yeah, that's one of my accounts. Surprised y'all found it. Surprised y'all got the screenshots. Or some. I'm not gonna be surprised at all. And he's not wrong about half of the shit he said, but he's also not right about a lot of things. The Sun thinks he's not right. The rest of it, he's not wrong. Jabari Smith is shit. That nigga is trash. Realistically, that nigga is ass. I don't know why he's in the NBA.
Jabari Smith with Şengün. The Rockets are currently 4th in the West, okay? They're in the middle of trying to win a championship. It just feels like there has to be something that comes out of this, all right? And Kevin Durant, he didn't play well at the All-Star game. Put up this stat line right here. Somebody put the elephant emoji. But the last piece of evidence that proves this is actually Kevin Durant comes from his podcast.
What's up with the hair though? I don't brush your hair.
I don't, like, for what?
You come up for what?
Why get cuts? Why lotion my lotion?
We getting too much money, man. You don't care about showering and haircuts.
I shower. But I might go a day without 2 days. I might go 2 days sometimes.
Yo. Let's be honest, chat. Let's all keep it real. We all go a day or two without showering, especially during the summer. Let's be honest. You have, let's say, summer just started. You at home. You stinking all day. You just laying in that bed. You skip a day. You just lay in that bed. The next day start. You finally get up at around 5 in the afternoon. You go downstairs and you just chill, play the game. You skip another shot. I ain't gonna lie. Kevin Durant low-key keeping it a G. We all skip a day or two every now and then, but for the most part, we do shower.
Wait till I get to the gym.
No.
Sometimes I might just want to go musty for the.
Wash your ass, man.
After I just absolutely
I
demolished
don't know
those
if I just
noodles,
wanna
let's
go
take a
musty.
look at things that disprove these KD files. First point is, how could he be in group chats with so many NBA Twitter accounts and not one of them has outed him before?
Exactly.
A lot of these tweets, he's clearly talking about the Nets, the Suns, his tenure with the Warriors. Why has there never been anything released? And also, how do you think he introduced himself in these group chats? You know, like, how did he verify to people in the group chat that
Like,
this
who
was
is
KD? Also, another great
NMS,
point is, why would a person be
NMV?
in a group chat with a burner with real mutuals? It kind of defeats the purpose of a burner if he's in a group chat with his buddies. The only thing I could see is if he gets hacked, all of his stuff on his main Twitter account won't be seen by people, can't get revealed, can't get busted. But also, there's just so many chats that look AI generated, okay? So many people are faking these chat messages nowadays. This one, he says, I'm so sick of Steven Adams. We need some offense on this team, man. He's actually speaking like an NBA troll. I kind of refuse to believe that this is how Kevin Durant texts. And the final thing is, after listening to Kevin Durant talk about basketball and talk about how he interacts
What the fuck is that nigga? Why is he so old but young?
with fans on Twitter, there's been nothing but praise coming out of his mouth, okay? I listened to his entire podcast with Cade Cunningham. There's even a video of Kevin Durant getting emotional on the topic of talking hoops.
I can tell how much he means to you, man.
Nah, for sure. For sure, because it's like, I come from neighborhoods where people don't even talk to each other. Like, so much hate in the world, too. It's like,
This nigga Kevin Durant got more love from the NBA than actual bitches. Actual women. Nigga's dedicated. I'm telling you, that nigga don't care. That nigga probably seen all that shit and started hooping to get his mind off it. Real shit. Real talk. That nigga, when he said he watches basketball, anything, if he feels some type of emotion besides basketball, he's gonna make sure it's gonna change strictly to basketball. I'm telling you, he like Bruce drop him off. I'm trying to tell you.
start laughing and joking for the game of ball. Like, it's cool to me. So, like, it get me emotional, dog.
He shows so much love to the league and all the other players. It's kind of hard to see him in this light, talking behind the back of his teammates, his former teammates, with some Twitter trolls. But just like Skip Bayless, I'm not sure if this alleged burner is real, okay? Kevin Durant's definitely the easiest and the biggest NBA Twitter target. And while I can't confirm it's 100% KD's account, he needs to address this to the public. Because let's be honest, his online behavior and everything that he puts on the internet, it fits the target. Practicing his shooting form in the club, not lotioning, not showering, we knew who he was. I think soon we'll see a lot of media members start asking him and his teammates about these tweets, whether they've seen it or not. And so clearing the air is essential, not just for us, but for him and his team. But let me know in the comments down below whether or not you are...
This nigga dropped another video. Apparently some more shit happened. We finna watch that too. KD files got even worse. I don't know how worse it could get.
I know you gotta ask these questions, but I'm not here to get into Twitter nonsense. I'm here to come see and keep it pushing.
Kevin Durant doesn't get into Twitter nonsense. Kevin Durant. But over 130,000 of you guys have watched part 1 of the KD files, and since that video has been released, a lot of new stuff has dropped. This is part 2 of the KD files, and honestly, it gets worse. Not only do we have more tweets about teammates, but we also have non-basketball related screenshots where KD is using slurs and joking about his drone investment. Plus, there is a lot of new evidence that proves that this burner account was Kevin Durant, so much so that someone made an entire website just to organize it all, which we would talk about. But first, we need to address the 2 current teammates that he was talking bad about, Jabari Smith and Alperen Sengun, their reactions to
What'd they say?
First, let's get to Alpi. Okay, if you remember in the last video, I addressed Alpi and KD arguing on defense, complaining about the fact that he can't shoot or defend in his Twitter group chat. Well, it's about to be journalism at its finest. Okay, first we have Alperen Sengun posting all of his pictures from All-Star Weekend. All right, 19 slides. A classic IG
don't
girl.
deserve to be an all-star. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know why they made that rule where it's like, if you miss a certain amount of games, you can't play. Because there's a lot of people that should have played that aren't playing. That nigga should not been an all-star though. I don't care. That nigga's that nigga's not good, bro. That nigga is not good. I'm
Photo
trying to
dump,
tell you, that
and
nigga
if you
is
notice,
shit. Kevin
none
Durant
of these
is
photos
right.
include Kevin Durant, his current teammate, which is his only Rockets teammate that made the All-Star game. Now, he didn't include any other basketball players in these posts. Most of it is just family and friends. Not much there, except for maybe a couple of Instagram comments on Albie's post. However, on Shangoon's story, he reposted this photo with Jabari Smith. All right, the two of them hugging right here. Which leads us to Jabari Smith's post. And if you missed the first video, Jabari was accused by Kevin Durant of being on the spectrum. He probably got the worst treatment out of all the people on the KD files. And on top of that, he's his current teammate. Comments to this post are insane. Okay, first we have this.
Yo, they be playing with that nigga's feelings,
Jabari
bro.
don't got a disability, just disability to get buckets. But this response I found was really interesting. Okay, somebody commented, the wise man said nothing at all. Jabari Smith responds, yeah, no. Opting to go the silence route. Yet again, there's a lot of gifs, a lot of comments about Kevin Durant on this post. And that's one of the main concerns about these files, right? How are these KD files going to affect the locker room? You know, there's probably going to be a lot of media members asking them about the files. Is this drama going to ruin their chances at an NBA championship by creating friction within the locker room? Now, since these files have come out, there is actual film, actual ball, proving that Kevin Durant really can't trust Jabari as a basketball player. At one point in the fourth quarter, they were up by 11. Everybody, duck your heads.
That nigga is trash. I've been trying to tell y'all niggas, Kevin Durant is not wrong. It's not wrong at all. That nigga is shit,
Jabari
bro.
Smith just shot a basketball.
Nigga
Jabari
is
Smith
ass.
then fouls a 32% three-point shooter on his three-point attempt. And KD, yeah, that was his reaction. The Rockets ended up losing this game. Okay, KD and Jabari just not on the same page the entire time. And according to former NBA player Rashard McCants, Jabari Smith does tend to forget plays in the middle of the game.
I heard somebody say inside the Houston Rockets shit, Jabari don't be getting the plays and he don't be understanding certain shit that be going on.
But it really
Even then,
hits
you're
the
not gonna
rim
get
on
that
him,
much
maybe.
money.
KD might have been right. But the most important part of practice comes afterwards when KD finally gets interviewed, where he breaks his silence for the first time in 3 days.
There was allegations of the All-Star. You used a burner account to disparage current and former teammates. The handle for the burner was GetHigher77. Is that your account? Did you send the messages to that?
I know you gotta ask these questions, but I'm not here to get into Twitter nonsense. I'm just here to focus on the season, keep it pushing.
I don't know.
All
that
of a
was
sudden,
good
he doesn't have
response.
internet. Same guy who doesn't regret clapping back at anybody or talking to his fans on Twitter. He's not interested in Twitter nonsense. Bro got caught in 4K. All right, here's Ime Udoka talking about the files.
I don't really live in that world or comment on social media, Twitter, or any of that, and so don't pay much attention at all.
Everybody no commenting, okay? And unfortunately, this is his last remaining move. If he admits it, it's over. If he denies it, it's looked at as if he's a liar. It's basically a lose-lose. Best case scenario, try to let it die out. However, there is one particular user on Twitter that is preventing him from doing that. David Shabbat, with all the KD burner drama, some real, some fake, we went through everything, organized every confirmed mention, and built a live tracker. This guy, okay, is trying to unemployment final boss battle versus me. I don't know who's worse, the guy who made the website or the guy who's reacting to the website, but this is a website with every single tweet, DM, reply, criticism, all from the KD files organized into one. Now, a lot of these tweets, especially basketball-related ones, were already addressed in the previous video. The only thing that slipped through is Hornets got better young players than the Rockets, me on the Hornets over me on the Rockets, basically bashing Reed Shepherd, Amen Thompson, and Alperen Sengun.
Wait, what?
Me on the Hornets over me on the
Hornets got better young players than the Rockets. Me on the Hornets, me on the Rockets. I think the only what? Just because the Hornets been good for a month doesn't mean they're better than the Rockets. Kevin Durant. I think Brandon Miller is better. No, I think Amen is better than Brandon Miller. I think LaMelo Ball is better than Amen. I think Khan got potential to be better than Amen. I think the Hornets just got more players, and it equals out more. I ain't gonna lie, the only good young player I got isn't man. Reed Shepherd is still developing. How long is he gonna be developing for? I don't know, but I know that nigga could be tough if he locked in. Jabari Smith needs to get traded. Tari Eason got potential. I fuck with Tari Eason. I don't know who else on the team that's even decent. Fred VanVleet hard. That
in the
nigga like
previous
30.
video. Only thing that slipped through is Hornets got better young players than the Rockets. Me on the Hornets over me on the Rockets. Basically bashing Reed Shepard, Amen Thompson, and Alperen Sengun. However, there are also tweets that are non-basketball related that I think we should take a look at. His first reference is calling Shannon Sharp gay for commenting this on LeBron's Instagram after the Lakers beat the Grizzlies. I am pouring honey on you, GOAT. It's illegal to kill a bear unless being attacked.
What?
Katie says that was beyond gay. For verification purposes, this is the actual screenshot from the group chat. The next link comes from when someone on Twitter was calling Kevin Durant a virgin. He went into the group chat saying, they slandering the body count, about to be on my Ray J sh. Again, here is the proof of the screenshot. And you know what I like about this website is it's very detailed. Gives you context to everything. Katie refers to himself as the God, identifies an active slander campaign against his body count, and threatens a Ray J style response. Ray J is known for releasing a sex tape with Kim K. Now, I'm supposed to provide additional proof later on in the video. However, one thing I want to point out is him referring to himself as the God in this league. Him referring to himself in this way actually lines up with how he speaks in real life.
If you could give up one thing for the rest of your life, Twitter or video games, damn, which one would it be? Damn. I'm gonna go Twitter because they don't deserve to hear this God level like talk I'm giving to them. They take it for granted.
And ironically, his last tweet before he stopped getting into Twitter nonsense was in response to somebody calling him out for calling himself a god. Brother, it's just basketball. Please calling yourself a god. Why? If this is really somebody impersonating KD, I'm just gonna say he's doing a great job. Then we get to some slur usage. All right, KD getting comfortable in the group chat. Please tell me which one of you are listening to Lollipop in your car. Okay, referencing Lil Wayne. More evidence includes him glazing Drake right here, talking about you not even in the game, and addressing the time where Drake and Kendrick Lamar were exchanging diss tracks. All right, the whole industry versus one man. Katie and Drake obviously very close. Then he starts talking football. Bill's got to think about moving Josh Allen to tight end.
I already told you how many Kendrick took that nigga Drake. I fuck with
Valid
Drake
ball knowledge. Welcome to Washington, Marvin. Referencing Marvin Harrison. This came in the year of 2023. First of all, terrible tweet. Marvin Harrison ass, but this was when Marvin Harrison was in college. Okay, so this is when he was looking good, and this was before the draft order came out. Okay, basically referencing the fact that his Commanders lost. And again, if you still don't believe that this is Kevin Durant's burner, Kevin Durant is a huge Commanders fan. Again, here's the actual tweet.
Yourself look like that.
This is Kevin Durant.
If you ever let your knuckles look like that, I don't even think there's a point of living in life in GTA. There's no reversing that. I don't think there's a way of going back to a normal human body if your knuckles look like that. How does your shit so round? Ain't a single vein. That's a tight ass watch. You know that's a tight ass watch. But ain't no veins. Ain't that watch is supposed to make the blood flow not come out so the veins can pop out. Ain't nothing popping out. Yo, this is crazy. I've never seen a fist like that.
Kevin Durant is a huge Commanders fan. Again, here's the actual tweet. There's the screenshot of the draft order on New Year's Eve in 2023. If this is an impersonator of Kevin Durant tweeting this out to his 77 followers, some of which are Kevin Durant's close friends, then I don't know. More football stuff. He's calling Patrick Mahomes Troy Aikman. This guy does not know ball. He said this in 2024 after Mahomes won 3 championships. Yeah, no, this guy's a dumbass. And then he starts making fun of his drone investments, okay? If you guys didn't watch the last video, basically how these files even came to light was because somebody was pressing Kevin Durant about his investments, particularly into a drone company named Skydia, which provides drones towards the Israeli military. So and Kevin Durant, he doesn't sound like he cares, all right? If they need drones, we got you. If you don't believe it, here's the group chat screenshot, all right? His buddy Eddie Gonzalez is in it. There it is. This is what I meant earlier, man. He can't possibly admit to any of these files because if he admits this, then he is basically admitting that this message here is real. Then he starts talking about women. It'd be funny as hell when women think they about to get rich when they start meditating, using sound baths, and eating better. Extra effort to me, calling you an Uber the next morning, then screenshotting the license plate to you before you ask and before you get downstairs. I just dropped my blunt. Somebody just effed one of my women. Damn. Oh well. Just absolute degenerate activity coming from this account. Now let's get to the proof. If you're still somebody that believes that this is a Kevin Durant impersonator, this time I have screen recordings. First, we have screen recordings of him responding to a bunch of basketball discourse, especially about Steph Curry, Steve Kerr, going back and forth with fans, arguing with them despite his account being protected. Then we have the screen recording of an actual mole, somebody who has infiltrated enemy territory, okay? Here are the actual tweets that were on the actual website, okay? You can see exact same copies of the exact same tweets right here, talking about how he just dropped this blunt. Bill's got to think about moving Josh Allen. There's the draft order tweet. Welcome to Washington, Marvin. Again, this could just be a Kevin Durant impersonator. None of this is 100%. Probably will never get proved to be 100%, but This is as close as it gets. Now I want to address a couple of comments from part 1. I really like this theory right here. So this guy says that the owl post on his main was one of his ways to prove it was him to one of the group chats. If you guys didn't watch the last video, the owl in Katie's burner account matches an exact same screenshot that he posted on his main Twitter account. And this comment is basically saying that that was his verification to the group chat that he was actually in, that the burner account was Kevin Durant. Another theory that's been floating around is that the burner account is actually somebody from the Houston Rockets. It's just not Kevin Durant. That theory would be even scarier, okay? Because that means somebody from within the organization has decided to devote their lives to impersonating Kevin Durant. And he's impersonating him.
Think Jabari Smith is trying to be Kevin Durant. He's talking about shit about himself so he could get traded. Honestly, I won't even be surprised. You know how much shit happened in the world? I won't even be surprised.
So hard that he's talking about the wellness of women like him, discussing Patrick Mahomes like him, Josh Allen like him. That one doesn't make any sense to me either, okay? If you were to ask me, my personal opinion, I definitely believe it's real. Because if it is fake, why is the account private? Once this story came out, so many people would have poured into this account, giving it impressions, which leads to thousands of dollars of Twitter revenue, okay? Why wouldn't this guy, if he was an impersonator, just take his money and leave? Instead of that, he's privating it to himself, to his 77 followers, supporting Drake and the Commanders, only talking about his teammates and past teammates. But again, none of it is conclusive, and if you're on that side, it's okay, because the main man himself, Neon, says it's false. We forgot to take that into account, guys. Absolute malpractice from my end for not addressing Neon's opinion. We'll see.
Just because that Indiana ass rich nigga said it's not real, that means it's not real. Okay. Then that nigga tried to kill himself when he was 14. Okay.
How this affects the Rockets season, okay? Let me know in the comments down below.
Yes,
if you still don't believe in these files, leave a like if you guys enjoy, subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
That's the only reason I know, because of that Neon nigga. Solo Illuminati fired your shit. You're out of here. Book out. Gone. Like, subscribe, comment. That just pissed me off. Why did that just piss me? Thank y'all for 270. Let's get at 280. I think we're at 272. Something like that. Sub, like, comment, post notice. Fuck with my nigga waiting. We need a rank reaction to his prank. I'm finna upload one.
Am I up, little baby, I suppose? Say I'm him, hit it right on the nose. For my something like a pro. For my something like a show.